Hi, everyone. My name is Molly Sanford. I'm a family and consumer science teacher at Whitehall High School, and this year I'm the 2019-2020 AATFCS president, and I wanted to welcome you to our first ever virtual conference. In this video, I'm going to show you how to navigate the conference and access all the links and materials and all the resources that all the volunteers and dedicated teachers have worked tirelessly putting this together for you so you could do it from the comfort of your home. Before I get started, I wanted to thank the ACTE board for sponsoring us with this. On the live sessions on July 22nd, we're going to have the webinar features, which is going to give a lot more people access at one time and to provide a lot of feedback for everyone. So let's get started. So hopefully you're looking at the conference document that we've put together for you. And it should look similar to this. Today is the Tuesday before the conference, so we're still editing things and putting them together. So first, let's start at the top with the watch this introductory video and how to navigate by me. And that was the link you probably clicked on first. I would suggest bookmarking this whole document by, I'm sure yours looks different than mine, but mine's a Mac. I just hit that little star right there and name it, folder, bookmarks bar, done. So that way you can, over the next several days, just access it easily instead of digging through the listserv, the email, the Facebook page, trying to access it. And so we have our topics here in this column, if you're following my little mouse, the presenters, the hours of professional development, the links to the presentation, and the Q&A form for the breakout sessions on July 22nd, and the link to the resources. So let me break these down and tell you which each one of these mean. So topic, introductory video presented by me, and hours of PD, 0.5, that's 30 minutes. And most of you are probably trying to get 12 to 18 because you have 2 or 3 days worth of PD you're having to do on your own this summer. I suggest getting a little notebook like I have and writing down each one of the sessions you watch to keep up with them easily. And then however long that session was, like 0.5 or 1 or 0.75, and adding those up, because at the end in that post-conference form, you're going to have to do that so that we can see how many hours you completed, and then the state office is going to get that spreadsheet so they can make up your certificates like they usually do and mail them to you or email them to you, however they're going to decide to do that this year. And then you'll have the links to the presentation right beside that you click on, and it takes you to watch them. And then not every video is going to have a Q&A form for the breakout lives on July 22nd. So it will just say none. And then links to resources. So that could be PowerPoints the presenter used, rubrics for a project they showed you, a link to their Google Drive with every single lesson they've ever developed, whatever they decided to provide for you. So I'm going to do a few of these, walk you through them as an example. Why are some of these grouped together, you might ask? Like, we have all of these, my videos and FCCLA videos grouped together, and it's all 0.5. Yes, you have to watch all of these videos in this box to get 0.5 credits because that's how they just added up. Not all of the teachers could get 30 minutes worth or an hour worth of presentation by having nobody there to talk back to them, because we talk so fast. I talk really fast. So if you watch my introductory video right now, and then my AATFCS, what's in it for me, and the state project video by the state officers, and the state officers state story, that's going to add up to 0.5. If you go down to the next box, you're going to see the ACTE bylaws revisions by the bylaws committee, and then the president-elect speeches. And those are going to be done by Sherry Smith and Jennifer Schneider. And this is going to be the first election we are going to get to vote for president-elect in years that we can remember. So watching their candidate videos are very important. And then if you are not a member, I would suggest join now so you can go ahead and vote and get your ballot in time. So actually ballots are going to be sent on the 24th, and they're going to close on this date. So check your email if you are a member so that you can vote between these two candidates. And that's an example of one of those that have no Q&A. So let's go down to someone who does have a Q&A. First one, labs, sewing lab and foods lab by Lisa Stanley is doing sewing and Mary Smith is doing cooking. And this added up to 0.75 credits when we totaled them together. So Lisa has her own video on sewing and Mary has her own video on foods labs. But only Lisa has a Q&A form. So I'm going to click on that and that link, and it's going to pull up the form for me to fill out for Lisa if I want to know something. So I would put my email, and then my question could be, hey Lisa, what website do you use to order patterns from? And I can have it send me a copy or not and hit submit. I'm not going to hit submit right now because I don't teach sewing, so I don't need to know that. All right, Lisa didn't provide any of her resources right now, but she might later because I'm making this video a little early. Let's go to Mary Smith. Mary Smith's Foods Lab video didn't have a Q&A, but she did provide some basic foods labs. So I'm going to click on her folder, and I've already watched her video, and she talked about all the foods labs she does in her classes. And here's all her recipes and directions she likes to use. Let's go back to our conference. If we go back to the top, we have the AATFCS conference YouTube playlist. So all of our videos I put together on a YouTube playlist channel for you to watch. So if this document, something happens to it and it goes away, you can go to the YouTube channel and rewatch these as much as you want. So I'm going to show you about that. So here's the playlist, or I don't have them in any particular order, but let's say I wanted to watch somebody's. Let's say I want to watch lifespan development later on. There it is. And go ahead and watch them and give them a thumbs up for doing a great job on putting this together. Maybe give them some feedback in the comment section. Hey, Micah, your video is great. And she's probably getting a notification right now about that because I liked it and I gave her a little comment. All right, back to our conference document. So you can see some of these, they haven't sent me their video yet, so I'm not gonna go through that. So this salted caramel corn tart, she has her video. She has no Q&A form to provide, but she did have her email because she wants you to email her for help. Or she's also hosting another conference and webinar, and she wanted me to provide you with that information as well. There's another chef who is going to show you how to sharpen your knife skills, and she wants you to email her individually to talk about resources and sharing. Same thing with Monica. All right, let's look at Mary Smith. So Mary Smith is going to cover all the level 3 courses for these foods pathways. And all of her stuff, she has 6 different videos, and watching all of them is going to total up to 1 hour's worth of professional development. And why does she have 6? Because she cuts it down into her introduction has a video to watch, and chemistry of foods has its own video. it's very hard for teachers to record these videos and not mess up. So we just had to take it section by section, making them. And then her Q&A form covers all of her stuff. So if you wanted to talk about any of her foods videos, just fill out that Q&A form, and those teachers are going to get your questions, and they're going to come up with the response on the live Q&A session on July 22nd. So that's the end of what we have so far for the pre-recorded videos. So let's talk about how to access these live videos on July 22nd. So the first one is going to be done by our state office, and it's going to start at 9 a.m. and probably end at 11 a.m. for 2 hours. And then there's the link, and it's going to be a live Zoom webinar for everyone to watch. You're going to be muted upon entry, and they're going to talk and present. And maybe if they have time at the end, they might get some questions from you. After that, we have Clara Carroll is doing also a webinar live, and it's an hour and a half. And hers is a little different because it has a meeting ID and password. So if you click on that, it's going to ask for this information right here highlighted to type in. And she's going to talk about the National Board Certification process. We put a 30-minute break in there for you if you want to grab food and eat while you listen to the rest of the live presenters. And if you don't want someone to watch you eat, you can turn off the video mode. So the next one's going to be the live Q&A video. And it's right here. And these people right here agreed to take questions on that form I showed you how to fill out. And they're going to review them probably the night before, the day before. So make sure you get those questions in before the deadline as soon as possible. I'm going to say on July 21st, you need to have those forms filled out probably by 3 p.m. so that they have that afternoon and morning to get the answers that you're wanting to those questions. And it's going to kind of be like a round table. I'm going to moderate this, and I'm going to go to each presenter, and they're going to read out their questions they got and the answers out loud. And the last thing we're going to do is our FCCLA district breakout sessions led by whoever your district advisor's president is. So you'll click on that link, and it'll take you to their breakout room. And there is a basic agenda, but your district person might have decided to come up with their own agenda. This is just an example one I provided in case they need a little help. So the last thing I think I'm going to cover is how to get your professional development hours. And right here, where it says here, is a link to that form. And we are asking that you watch these videos and complete them by July, or complete it by this form by August the 1st. Because after August 1st, we are going to send this spreadsheet to the state office, and then they can decipher through and get your professional development certificate. So I'm going to fill this out as if I've already watched every video from the conference. So my email, my name, and you probably need to put your first and last name. My phone number, I'm just going to put a bunch of numbers right now so everybody doesn't have my number who's watching this. My district is Whitehall. My school, Whitehall High School. And it will not let you go to the next section unless you answer every single one. So if it says you can't complete because you haven't filled something out, go back and see if you skip putting your phone number in there, if you skipped what school you teach at. And right here's all of our sessions I just showed you. And it's even got how many hours of credit they're worth. So if you didn't write it down, you can now. So let's just see, watch all these. So I would look and add all those together. Oh, here's some more. And the next question would be, were you a facilitator and you need double credit? I was a facilitator, but some of you may not be. Please add up the hours on this one, and it's going to be a drop down. So after you've added them up, I'm assuming most people are probably going to get the 12 hours. Do you have any suggestions for next year's conference? Hopefully we can be back at the Ferndale Center. Nope. And submit. All right, I think I have covered just about everything. The last thing I do want to mention is that on July 20th, we are going to have a Facebook Live with the ACTE is going to interview the AATFCS board and also our different program managers at the state office. So I hope you join them and hear from us. So thank you so much for coming to our conference.